have like a secret weapon. Oh my god, I can see it vanishing. I think it was like this. I wasn't wearing it. Okay, 2 years later, take one. Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope you're doing great, especially now given the circumstances. So I've just realized this month is going to be 2 years since I posted my first YouTube video ever. It was a review from The Ordinary and the cringe. So at first I thought I would react to that video, but the cringe was so intense. But then I thought it would be nice to do a recap on the products that I keep using and what I think of them 2 years later. Things I have added to my stash since then, and also what I want to get in the near future, because there are some products from The Ordinary that I really want to try. Well, of course I had to wear the same outfit that I wore in that video. I wanted to see the change. Do you guys see any change? If you come from that video, I'm so sorry you had to witness my awkwardness, but it was my first video ever. I was so nervous. Like, I remember it took me like 3 hours to film that video. Don't even get me started on the editing process, because it took me days. Like, I remember thinking, if I want to post regularly, if it's gonna take me this long to film and edit and post a video, it's not gonna be sustainable, like with all the things that I did on the side, like my job and some freelance work. Things definitely got better. Now I'm able to film and edit a video in a couple of hours, so I think I've grown. I don't know, do I look older? Maybe I look younger because of the Ordinary products. I don't know, let me know what you think. I'm not going to explain every single product because I feel like I have done that in the past. I have 2 videos on The Ordinary, and also I have another one with my skincare routine that I do, like a 3-day protocol thing, in which I talk a bit more about those products. So I don't want to be repetitive and say the same thing over and over again. I don't know if you can hear that. However, I do want to mention some things that maybe are not clear enough, because you guys ask me so many questions about them. So there are at least 2 products that I really want to touch base on and say some things about them. But other than that, I think you have enough information in those videos, so I make this video easier and quicker to get through it. And for that, I'm going to put some timestamps in the info box, so you guys can go there just in case you came for a specific product and you don't want to see the whole thing. But before you do that, let it be known that I use some products together to maximize their benefits, so maybe you want to stick around and watch the whole thing. Yeah, I thought I would start with things I still love about these products, and the first one would be the price. This brand has very, very competitive prices. You can get amazing products for so little money that just for that it's worth giving it a go. I also love the fact that you can build your own skincare routine for your needs without having to pay for a combo of ingredients that maybe your skin doesn't need, so that's great. And I also love the packaging. I love that clean, love looking packaging. I also love the applicator. Some people don't like it, they feel like they waste too much product. I find it very hygienic because you don't need to touch it. Just put what you needed and you can be precise with it. You don't have to waste too much product if you do it carefully. So for me it's not an issue, and I love it. I don't like products that you have to touch it or you have to be using something to scrape out of the packaging. I don't know, I'm really happy with it. Now, the thing I don't like about The Ordinary is that it can be confusing. You really need to read the labels and the descriptions, like, so you can see what they can do for you. And even then, there are different ingredients, and by ingredients I mean different products, but they're bottle ingredients. And even then, you have different ingredients that are used for the same thing that you may need, and it can be very overwhelming because then you think which one of them will work better for me. But the good thing is you do its price, and this is how loads of things in this world, it's a matter of trial and error. Because it's not very pricey, you can try and see if this works better for you, and if it doesn't work, you can try the other thing and switch things around. It can be confusing and overwhelming, but once you start learning more about ingredients and what they do, it gets easier and it's worth it. Now, do I keep using all of them? Pretty much. I change things around here and there because I like to try out some other products from other brands, but overall I keep them in my routines throughout the year. And because of that, I think I'm gonna start with my least favorite two, the ones that I use, like my holy grail. And I'm gonna start with, maybe some of you guys are gonna be shocked by this, but my least favorite products of all the ones I have, I actually don't have it with me. I have 7. The other one is at the beach house, and it is the buffet. I don't know if it's because I read so many good things about it. Everyone loved it so much. It made me had very high expectations. I don't know, it's okay. I would use it as a serum. The thing I don't like about that product is how, like, the texture that it has. It's very sticky. I guess because I didn't see a huge difference, it would annoy me to use it because it felt very sticky. I didn't like the feeling of it. When I think of a serum, I think of something more fluid and like richer, and that will, it's going to make my skin feel amazing, and that felt uncomfortable, so it didn't feel like it was worth it. So I currently have it at the beach house because I like to have a very minimal basic skincare routine there, so I don't have to be bringing things back and forth. My neighbor's watching, so I don't have to be bringing things back and forth. I do the same with makeup. I even have a video on an emergency kit for makeup. I'll put it around here. I don't mind using it like here and there, but as a daily serum, I wouldn't use it because I don't like the texture. I'm not saying with this that it's a bad product at all. I would probably buy it again to have it at the beach house because it's very inexpensive, and due to temperature changes and all that, it's something that if it goes bad, it's not going to be the end of the world, and I make sure that I have something there to have my skincare routine, but you know, I prefer some others. Now the Caffeine Solution. This one is weird because I loved it at first. I would watch videos about this product, and again, the same thing. Everyone loved it. Everyone said that you could see it right away, and I remember I was so excited for this because I have the worst dark circles ever. First time I applied it, I was like staring in the mirror and seeing, oh my god, I can see it vanishing. It's so magical. I don't know if it was me and how bad I wanted it to work, but after a while, after a week or something, I was like, they look the same. They haven't changed. But maybe I haven't been as consistent as I should have been. Then I've seen some reviews from people saying that it doesn't work at all, but I recently saw a video of, I don't remember the name of this, everything will be down in the info box, but he uses that with another product that I'm going to mention later. So I have started using it again now to see if I see any difference. I don't want to start using the 2 products combined, because if I do that, I don't know which one of them is working, or if it's because I've been using them both together or what. I'm currently using it and it's alright. Not the best thing in the world, but it's fine. Now my 2 to-go products for acne, again, I'll put the video here, are these 2, the niacinamide and the salicylic acid. Now the salicylic acid, I showed you guys on that first video. I told you guys that I would use it on the areas that I felt my pores were very clogged, and this is a product that is very sticky, and since then I have changed the way I apply it. I don't use it, like if it's very congested, I will use it, but I prefer to use it as a spot treatment. Like when I have a breakout, I will put it in there. Also, when you have breakouts and one of them has popped, I will make sure I clean it and I'll put it inside of it. So I make sure the salicylic acid kills all the bacteria and cleans everything from inside out, and it works great. I love it. Still going strong after 2 years because it is a spot treatment, and this is probably expired. I should get one, but I will definitely get another one once I'm done with this because it worked pretty good. Then the other product that I use for acne is the niacinamide. I'll put it in the morning. I have to say that with these products, when I started using it the day and night, I started seeing little whiteheads. I think that those were caused by the zinc. The zinc can be very drying and my skin gets dehydrated very easily, so I'll get little whiteheads that will go away the moment I start moisturizing properly. I also watched these videos from, I have to think of it because they're twins and one of them has a makeup channel and the other one has a skincare channel. I think it's James. Yeah, Robert is the makeup artist and James is the skincare channel, which by the way, James Welsh and Robert Welsh, love them so much. They are amazing, love the channel. And if you are like me and you have carbonaceous skin, you have oily, like an oily T-zone, and then you have dehydrated patches all over, James is great. He has a very great advice about skincare and I love it. And he says that he uses niacinamide to control acne, but he only uses it in the morning because I think it was because of the zinc, as I said, and also because I was using it with lactic acid. You shouldn't mix niacinamide with AHAs because you can, I don't know what's the science behind it, but you shouldn't mix them. So James said that, I do. And the moment I stopped using them together, the whiteheads went away. So I'll use it in the mornings. And he also said that if you want to use it at night because you have a lot of acne and you want to use an AHA, wait at least half an hour so it doesn't clash. As you guys can see, I don't really know anything about skincare, but I do watch a lot of YouTube videos from people that know their stuff and it's working so far. So if I can do it, you can do it too. Now, things I want to mention, because these are the 3 last products. I use these 2 combined and then this one. This is probably my favorite product from the whole brand. This is, well, and this one, this is amazing too. The ordinary lactic acid, I use it in 10%. I started using the 5% and worked my way up to the 10%. And this is something, these are the things that I wanted to mention. If you have never used this kind of products, these are acids. So you need to start small, see how your skin reacts to that, and then build up to something higher. So this is an AHA. This is pretty much a toner. I didn't even know that it was. This is a daily exfoliator. I use this one daily at night. Very important because these can increase your skin sensitivity to the sun. You can get sunburn, you can get sunspot. So whenever you use it at night, and always, well, you have to do this anyways, even though you don't use this kind of product, sunblock. It is so important, guys. I always say it, if you use these products, use SPF. These are the consequences of not using SPFs. When I saw this picture, this is a truck driver, and that's the difference between the side of the face that will be hit continuously by the sun and the other side of the face is the one in the shadow. Like, if you don't want to, you don't have to, but if you want to keep your skin looking young and prevent wrinkles, please use SPF. It's so important. Now, once I've said that, this is an AHA, so I would use it daily at night. And then you have the 10-minute exfoliator. This is also an AHA. So their base is pretty much the same. This one is way stronger than the lactic acid. So what I wanted to mention is the days I use this one, which is 2 to 3 days of the week, because it's too strong and you shouldn't use it that much. I won't use this one because all I get from this, I have it here. So please don't do this and then tone your face with the lactic acid because you can burn your face. But yeah, as I said, I love it. I use it from September to May. I will stop using this one and this, of course, throughout the summer because of what I said. I'm gonna be in the sun for long periods of time, sunbathing, swimming, so I just stopped using it. I will get a gentler toner, like let's say the Glow Tonic by Pixie or something a bit more something gentle. Also, another thing I wanted to mention that I have seen in so many videos is when you use this one, you don't need to get half the bottle. A little product goes a long way. You don't need to smother your whole face with it, and your face doesn't have to look red, because I've seen a lot of people piling on the product and like my heart breaks a bit, because it's like, that's way too much product. Yeah, you need just the tiniest amount to have results. You don't need, because if you apply more, it doesn't mean that it's going to work more. You're just wasting money, so you don't need to do that. And also, don't be afraid, because I've seen some very dramatic videos where they use gloves and all these weird protocols to use this one. Yes, it is a strong product, and if you have sensitive skin, please do a test. I would probably not recommend that for sensitive skin. Always do a test. It's not that strong. I mean, it stinks. It always stinks. Like yesterday I used it and I have a paper cut in here and I applied it and it stank so bad. Like, it really hurt. And sometimes if you have little like micro scratches on your face, it can sting a bit, but it gets better. Like at first you're gonna be like, oh my god, I can handle this. But if you start small and then you increase the time, it's going to be fine. You're gonna be fine. You don't need to have this on your face 10 minutes. You can start with 2-3 minutes, and then 5, and then 7, and then up until 10. Don't let them fool you guys. So yeah, it can be harsh and stink. If you feel it is unbearable, just rinse it and you're gonna be fine. Don't worry. But again, I'm not a dermatologist, so don't take my advice or the things that I'm saying here as the truth of it all, because I know nothing. I'm just talking about my experience and what I've seen, because I've seen these dramatic videos on the internet about this product, and people only come and say it's not that big of a deal, but you know. Now for the last product, it is the alpha lipoic acid. I featured this one on my, it was a guide to fighting scars video. I keep using it, I keep loving it. These two together, amazing. I use them together because both of them are very strong and are meant to be used only 2 to 3 times a week. This one especially, 2 to 3 drops every time you use it, no more. So I use them together because I feel like it's easier for me if I combine them. So I just have these 2-3 days of the week I go more in depth with my skincare, so I don't have to be thinking, oh, yesterday I used this, so today I have to use that, and you know. So yeah, and also because the 10-minute exfoliator exfoliates deeper than the lactic acid, that's when I use my most concentrated and powerful product. So I make sure that they go deeper into my skin and they perform better. This one, the alpha lipoic acid, is meant to fight fine lines and wrinkles / heal dents of acne scars that you might have. I love using them together. Like for me, it was yesterday night, and I love it because I feel whenever I use them, my skin feels so fresh and so plump. When I use it and I go out for a walk with the dog or something, I feel the air brushing my face and it feels so amazing. I don't know, it's one of the best feelings in the world. And again, SPF, and I don't use them during summer. Now there are 2 products that I really want to try and I'm really curious about them, and I thought I would mention them just in case you have tried them and you can give me some feedback about them. Now the first one is, I don't really need that product right now because I'm not breaking out, which is great. So I would really love to see how it works, but at the same time I don't want to have to use it. And it is the alpha arbutin serum. Again, I watched that video from James Welsh about hyperpigmentation, and that serum apparently works wonders for hyperpigmentation. Like, you know, when you have that pimple and the moment you see it and you see all that redness around it, and you know it's going to take months for it to go away, and all that trace that lives with it. He says that within a couple of weeks to a month, using that product, all the like the scar goes away really fast. So I really want to give that a go, or at least not give it a go, because I feel like I'm again fine. But I guess it's something nice to have, like a secret weapon when something like that happens. But again, as I always say, acne happens to everyone. It's not that big of a deal. It's fine. I like to take care of my skin, but I'm not gonna let my skin make me feel bad about myself. And the other product, I am so excited and I cannot wait to try it out. I'm waiting for this to end so I can go to the drugstore and get it. I mentioned before I'm using the Caffeine Solution because I want to try it with another product, and it is the Argeline serum. When you go to the Ordinary website, you see a bunch of different names of ingredients, and as I said, it's confusing, it's overwhelming, and I never know half of things, like what they do. But I stumbled across this video, and after that I started reading about these products, and they say it is just Botox in a bottle. Now apparently I live my life being very surprised all the time, and I do this all the time when I talk. And see, because of that, I'm getting 2 little... It's not that big of a deal, but I have my wedding coming up next year. Fingers crossed, because you never know. And I even contemplated Botox just for that day, because I mean, don't get me wrong, I have nothing against Botox. It's something that I will probably eventually try out, because I like to try things out. But as for right now, I don't feel like, I prefer to work with what I have and see other things. So yeah, I'm really excited to try that. I also want to try microneedling at home, and I want to see if I can get rid of those, or at least make them look not as noticeable doing that. Because whenever I use a 10-minute exfoliator, I can see my forehead softer. So I guess if I microneedle, it will restore my skin even better. And what I've read about the Argeline solution is that it's not so much of a treatment itself, like it's not gonna get rid of the wrinkles, but it's going to make them look smoother. So it's not something to apply all over your face, but the areas where you have like the crow's feet, the fine lines of like expression lines, or whatever they're called. So let me know if you have tried that product and what you think of it. And I don't know, I'm so excited. I really want to try it out to see if it works. You know, the excitement of reading something that you want to try and having to wait for it. Really want to get my hands on it and try it and see, and then of course share my experience with you guys. But yeah, okay, so that was a whole video. As you guys have seen, I even added more products throughout the years. I plan on adding more products to my collection. I think it's a great brand. It's cruelty-free, vegan, prices are amazing, and you can build the skincare routine that you need. You don't have to be applying some things that maybe don't work for your skin. It's great. I have nothing but good things to say about it. Well, other than that stickiness of some products, but it's something that you can help, but it's fine, we can live with it. So yeah, I hope you found this video entertaining and informative. Yeah, I wanted to make it as short as possible. If you want to fill the gaps with all these products, you have all those videos that I have tagged along. If you have any questions, you have the comment section down below. I try to answer as fast as I can to every single one of you guys. If you want to talk more in depth about something, DM me on Instagram. I'm going to leave it right here. It's at lalafemmme. And I hope you are all well and you're all safe, and your family, and thank you so much for being here. You guys are the best, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.